Hello, hello. It is Wednesday evening, and we are so excited to be talking about organizing yourself for a fresh start tonight. I hope you all had a good day. I am ready for bed. There is Shantae, so I'm going to have her come on. Let's see here. It's awesome. I'm so excited to be talking to her today. Hi, friends.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. How is your Wednesday going? It's Wednesday, right? How's your
Yes,
Wednesday
I
going?
know, right? Like, what day is it? It's getting dark early. What's going on? My Wednesday is going really well. How about yours?
It's good. I wanted to apologize. Shantae, an apology because I put the wrong time in the graphic because for some reason where are you? You're West Coast, right?
I'm in Seattle.
But she's in Seattle. I'm in New York, and for some reason I thought I was in Seattle and she was in New York, so I swapped it in my head. So apologies, but I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Shantae is a professional organizer, and when we do a lot of outreach to come, to get new experts, and because we want to make sure they're very in line with the Fresh Starts ethos. And when we came across Shantae, we were like, oh my God, we have to have her as an expert because your mission and what you're doing with people is so unique and special, and you are taking such a different approach. So I'm so excited to talk to you today.
Thank you.
For anybody that wants to work with Shantae, which we'll get into, you can either go to her Instagram, DM her, get in touch with her. Obviously, go to freshstartsregistry.com. She has a profile up there. This video will be up on the profile, so you can check her out there. And we're just super excited to have you. So, Shantae, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do and kind of how you came up, into this industry.
Okay, so my name is Shantae. I am the owner and CEO of Shantae Eyes Your Space, which is my home organizing business, based out of Seattle, Washington, but also do virtual appointments for anyone living elsewhere outside of Seattle. I officially launched in May of 2021, but really kind of got started when we all got locked down in COVID. I was like, my place is a mess. I'm living in clutter. I finally have a chance to sit down because my full-time job got really reduced hours. So long story short, I was like, I have nothing better to do. And this place is driving me crazy. Let me go in and clean house, literally clean house.
Yep.
Bags on top of bags, thrown out, donated, the whole nine. And it really just kind of kickstarted me feeling much better about where my space and how I was living and about other things in my life and relationships, and just really gave me the steps to like move my life forward. So I was like, I know there's probably people out here who could really benefit from this. So I did my research and again, officially launched in May of 2021.
I love that. So one of the things I love about you, and I would love for you to talk about a little bit, is you are kind of anti buying new stuff to like organize your stuff. And it gives me like chills to hear you say that, because so much of what we believe at Fresh Starts is that you can have a fresh start for very, very cheap in your life. And, we're all about people. Our kind of motto at Fresh Starts is when you can change the stuff around you, the stuff around you changes.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with all this stuff, and like how do you organize it? So can you talk a little bit about just like your personal ethos with your company and how you work with people, and about repurposing, which is something you're really, really passionate about?
Yeah, so when I sit down with my free 30-minute consultations that I do for every new client, again, we go over the spaces that you want organized, and I really I want pictures, I want videos. Like, I'm such a visual person that I can really see. And also I ask you too, like, do you already have containers? And I'm telling you, 90% of people already have containers and baskets and bins and things already around their house. That again, why instead of going out buying a whole bunch of new stuff, why can't we just repurpose what you already have? I mean, again, there are certain people who definitely want the home edit aesthetic or whatever, which is great. We can definitely shop for that too. But again, majority of my clients spend next to nothing because we are repurposing most items in their home, because why not reuse it?
No, I love that, because it's really about, it's like going through the stuff you have, I assume.
Yeah.
And so making a space for everything you already have. And if you're not
Yes.
using it, doing something else with it. So what are some tips you can give to people? We have a lot of people that come to Fresh Starts who are getting divorced, going through a breakup, job change, moving. Just like some really quick tips that you can give, that you give your clients for, like, if you're considering maybe moving or getting your life back in a situation that you can organize your space to make it a little bit more, like, I don't know, able to live in.
The number one tip I tell everybody is you have got to declutter, and it is a process. It is, and it's not going to be just a one-time fix of like, okay, I sat down for 5 hours and like got rid of all this stuff. It's going to take time for you to do that process, but then you're going to have to do it again down the road, and you're going to have to do it again, and you are going to be constantly updating your life and your space for the rest of your life. And it's all about getting those foundational tools in order to be able to continue to do that as you move through life and as life continues to change, you know? One tip, declutter, but start really small. Start with the junk drawer. Start with your car. Start with a small linen closet, not your clothes closet, a small linen closet. Start with your mail, your paper mail that comes in that is piling up. Like, really just start small, because again, that builds the foundation of like how you feel when you go through all that space, all that stuff. And also that's going to give you those tools to be able to tackle the bedroom closets, the garages, the attic, the bigger projects.
Right. And that's so much of what we like talk about with Fresh Starts too, right? It's like when you can make the small decisions, it snowballs to the big decisions, right? So like, it's got to be really empowering to be like, I'm going to go through my linen closet and it's the way I want it. And then to be like, okay, now I'm going to go on to my clothes closet or whatever.
Exactly.
And then you obviously can work with people virtually through all of that, like all the little stuff to the big stuff.
Yes. We'll start small and we'll move our way through. And also, you know, making sure that I honor the emotional process of like letting go and decluttering, because again, it's not just, okay, I went through everything and I'm just throwing everything out. Like, it's a whole process. And that's why organizers are really specialized in order to make sure that they're holding your hand throughout the whole process. And that if something does come up from your past, you know, this item triggers something in you, we're able to help you manage through that and really determine where this should be.
Yeah, and I would imagine too, like about your future too, right? Because if you're holding on to things you think you're going to use in the future, and that's why you come in and you have such an amazing personality and attitude that you're probably like, babe, no, we're not going to use it in the future.
Oh my gosh, my clients are like they're like in the process. I'm like, how much, like, what's your level of tough love that you need? And I determine that. Me going into the session, like, if you need me to, you know, hold your hand a little bit longer throughout the process, I can definitely do that. But if you want me to just be on you and be like, let it go, I can definitely do that as well. The more we get into that let it go process, it helps us get through that session faster, which will help us be able to really get that space up and functioning.
No, I love that. And it is so emotional. I've worked with a personal organizer in my house. She used to come, and it is like therapy. Like, it really is like a therapy session. So I can imagine, like, you really need like that person to come in like you do and say, like, we're going to get this done and it's going to happen. And what is the reaction to many of your clients once they get kind of that organized space? Like, how does it affect them?
Oh my gosh, like, that's probably one of the best parts of the whole thing is, like, seriously, I just had a client this weekend, and first off, she fed me. It was great. It was a 6.5 hour session. Like, it was a long time. She gave me the biggest hug and was like literally on the verge of tears. Like, she was like, I never thought that my space would look like this. When you came in, I had no idea, because her daughter hired me for services, and truly she gave me the biggest hug and was like, please come back and help us with more spaces. And just the instant messages that you get right after the service, you know, and people are just like, I feel so much relief. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders, all within a short period of time. Like, I can't believe the transformation.
It's true. It's so true. And like, people need that when they're going through a major life change. So if you're listening to this and you're watching and you are going to be going, you know, a breakup or graduating school, moving, job, get in touch with Shantae, because she will help you with that process. So how do you work with clients? Do you packages? Do you do one-on-ones? Like, what's the kind of the different services you offer?
So I have three different packages. So I have a half day package and I have a full day package. My half day package is 4 hours, and then my full day package is up to 8 hours.
Okay.
And then I also do consultation services. So if you're kind of more of like budget friendly, or if you're more of a DIY kind of person, then I just kind of come in and I set up a game plan for you to execute on your own, give you homework, and
Okay.
then with you throughout the process as well.
I
And
love
also
that.
offered in person as well as online.
I was gonna say, so how does it look online? Like, what does that look like when you work with clients online? Like, just so, because there's probably a lot of people listening that are like, I definitely want to hire you. So,
Yeah.
but they're not in Seattle. So, how does that look like to do some virtual?
Yeah, so either it will be like Zoom or FaceTime, whatever mode of
Yep.
virtual mix that we decide to use. And I will literally just tell you, I need you to pull that drawer open. We need to look inside this drawer, and you are going to touch and feel every single item, and you're going to determine, do you want to keep it or not? And if we're going to keep it, we need to keep like items together. That way we can determine where we want to put that at the end of the purging process. And any items that need to be discarded, I will go ahead and research some places, because I do truly believe in giving back to the community as well.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as like the Goodwill and the Salvation Army are there as like a backup, that's great. But I love working with local charities and small nonprofit organizations in order to like get these items out to people who can really use them. And I will go ahead and research that in your area to really make sure that we're getting those items out and schedule pickups and do all that. Like, I will take care of all that. All you got to do is just.
That's like amazing. That's the part that I struggle with. So, like, that's amazing. I love that.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And that was when I initially started like the idea for Fresh Starts. In my head, it was like I would get new, you would register for a divorce or whatever. You would get new things, and then you could donate everything, because it's all still great stuff, right? So you donate it. Yeah.
Especially after COVID, like there's so many people who are going through so many hard times, and natural disasters are like on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
Earthquakes and floods and all this stuff.
Yeah.
People need good quality stuff. And why not give it to an organization who is going to make sure that these items get to the community versus taking them to a Goodwill where they're going to slap a price tag on it and make profit off of it? Again, nothing against Goodwill or Salvation.
That's awesome.
But the best part is giving it to people who are truly going to need, who really can use those things.
Yeah, and that's so amazing that you do all the work, because that's the part that people struggle with. I still have a box in my trunk that has been in there for like months, and I cannot get to the thrift shop to drop it off. So I'm
going to tell you that every single home organizer that I know also rides around with donations in their car too. So don't think that we are not perfect, you guys. Like, we struggle too. Again, that session from this weekend, I just went and dropped off donations today before this. So yeah, it took me a few days, but I got it out of my car. So.
No, I love it. I love that. So if you are somebody listening who is interested in working with Shantae, she will help you from soup to nuts to get everything together and organized. And I know the feeling of like, it is like Christmas working with an organizer. Like,
yes,
it's probably on the top. Like, when we recommend services to people, we're like, you need a therapist, a divorce coach, and a personal organizer, because it really does make you feel empowered in a way that people don't really understand. Like, when you know where your stuff is, you feel like you can conquer the world. And like,
truly, because you're saving so much time and energy not running around looking for your car keys, not looking for your wallet, not looking for this item of clothing that you wanted to wear today. Like, when you know where your stuff is, it sets the tone for the day. It lets you usher into wherever you're going and however you're going to be for the day. And you're ready to just take it all on. You're like, bring it on, world, because I know where my stuff is.
Right. And like the amount of time and energy, I know from having two kids who lose their toys all the time. And I spend so much time looking for their stuff, looking for their shirts, their socks. And I'm like, this is not what my brain wants to be doing right now.
No.
Like, this is what I yourself. So, like, looking for that takes up time. And when you're going through like let's say a divorce, you have so much paperwork to fill out. You have so many things. You need to know where all of your children's birth certificates are, this and that, and the health insurance things. So like, highly recommend hiring a personal organizer to help you through all of that, because it will truly like calm your nervous system down to know where everything is in your life. So I love everything you're doing. We're so happy you're part of Fresh Starts. And I just highly recommend everybody go check out Shantae, follow her. She always is giving fantastic tips on social media about organizing, and just we're so happy you're part of the community. So thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being here.
I appreciate y'all for reaching out to me and, wanting to, collab together and be a part of this. Again, like, I really think that being organized in your home just really gives you the best.
Yeah.
It really truly gives you so much more than you could bargain for. And I'm here to help and assist. So thank you,
Awesome.
Fred, for letting me be a part of your group. And I'm
We are
excited.
so happy. Thank you. So if you want to get in touch with Shantae, this will be up on her profile. This will also be on our social media. So you can take a look at the video. Go to freshstartsregistry.com/experts, and she's there, or go follow her on social media. Thank you so much, Shantae. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.